double those dice.
So, last session, you guys were the end of the funeral for Pickle, when a figure collapsed in the doorway, shouting goblins. Z out in the rain to try and spot the approaching danger along with Saber. Kaya rushed forwards, grabbing some good berries, and tried to revive the fallen man before he expired, which I thought was the best line of last session. He awoke and told Kaya that many goblins are on the way. As this was all happening, the temple erupted into chaos before Blue tried to take control of the situation with Ra. Ordering Sheila to take the civilians to the glade, Ra and Blue made their way outside, along with two old sailor hands, Greg and Dan. Blue handed your quarterstaff to Dan before telling the guard captain to be the last line of defense at the glade. You would later got the name River Sunsmite. Outside, Z, in a fraction of stillness, you heard the drums beating coming down the path leading to the temple. As Z set sword alight, Saber rushed into the trees to try and get a vantage point. The rest of the party assembled out the front, readying themselves for a battle, with Ra, Greg, and Dan to proceed down the path in search of these goblins. As he went to take the first steps, you heard more drums coming up the path. As Saber finds a large tree, two sets of small hands reach out and try to grab him, but fail to hold Saber, who whips around to see two armed goblins snarling at him. Saber, you quickly misty-stepped into the branches of the tree, and looking out between the trees, you saw two large figures wearing cloaks and two goblins beating drums. After firing a shot, Saber warned the party upon the approaching danger, and as they came to focus, you saw two drummers beating the drums made of skin and using beaters made of skulls. Two large figures resembled goblins but seemed more human-like. Each were wearing chest pieces made from a strange black metal, which Z spotted as the same, which was the same material as the other figure they saw in Miley's. Z rushed forward to fight. You rushed forward, sword in hand, and the fight began. As the battle commenced, more goblins came out from the surrounding forest, and you did your best to defend yourselves from the attack. Greg went down to some lightning, which was produced from one of these hobgoblins who Ra named halfway through the combat. Blue, you took the form of a giant snake and got multiple goblins who were coming from the left-hand side. Strange things happened. The drummers began to summon smoke, which filled the nostrils and mouths of the hobgoblins, seeming to strengthen them. Two goblins set fire to the temple, and as Greg died, and two goblins set the fire to the temple as Greg died, and Saber was blasted in the tree, inevitably falling unconscious at the foot of the tree. As he killed the first hobgoblin, it rotted into ash in a matter of seconds, spurring on the female hobgoblin. Barely, the party killed the goblins, only after the last hobgoblin seemed to sacrifice herself by striking her armor with a glass hammer, exploding the armor and killing herself, rotting just as quickly. The party regrouped at the glade after Z searched some of the goblins and took the set of armor from the male hobgoblin. And Blue, you put out the temple. You put out the temple flames as your giant snake form just rolling around, putting out the fire. There's a quick conversation between Ra, Sheila, as you guys enter the glade, but I'll bring you in there. Yeah, you have looted the goblins. I think you found a small bits of coins and odd trinkets of such, and this armor. You guys enter the glade and see 35 people. Shocked, scared expressions on their faces as you enter the glade. What do you do?
I was given 6 good berries, and I'm there with Kaya, right? And we'll eat 4 and give 2 good berries to Kaya to eat.
Thank you.
That's okay. There was, yeah. So everyone's just in there looking scared, and then other people are sort of arriving still. I think, to be fair, I think I'm feeling a little bit after 2 sessions in the Battle Forge and then a full-on fight with the
You almost
hobgoblins
died.
and the goblins. I almost died. Yeah, I think I'm probably just going to sort of collapse in a little corner on my own and just sort of shrivel up a little bit. And yeah, just sort of wait for the next thing to happen. Wait for everyone else to do the thinking while I try to recover a bit.
I would like to go and sit next to the neighbour.
You two find like there's a spot underneath one of the trees. It's pretty like there's nobody around. Everyone else seems to be like hushed to like far into the corner of this glade, the furthest away from the temple, sort of closer. Sort of, I would say where you guys are now. If you took like one step back, you would be in the perfect position where you can't really be overheard. You can just quietly sit down and rest.
Cool.
Ra with me, and Z would like to walk to Sheila.
Yeah. All right. Follows you. Sheila is who pulls their staff out the center of this glade. As he pulls it out of the ground, you see these like roots have grown from the end of his staff that just seem to go back into the like the wooden staff as he like rips it out of the ground, and walks forward towards you.
Okay. Sheila, we should really go and make sure that the city isn't under attack, but I don't think we've got the strength to do it. If we even consider doing something like that, I think there'll be more deaths. My friends over there, pointing to Saber and Kaya, could do with some help if you have any. And I think we just stay here for a night. We'll split the watch up, try and recover, and then see what we can do in the morning.
That is an excellent plan. He reaches into a little like it's almost like a hemp like satchel. He reaches in, pulls out like a fistful of good berries, sort of 6, hands them to you. Look, I can get back to the town very quickly. If you can keep these people safe, I can alert I can definitely alert Breeze of what's going on. I can get to the guard quickly.
If you're happy to do that, yes, to make the city aware, town guard aware, would be very helpful.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get to that. Is there anything else I can do for you before I go? You see Ra pipe up. Well, Sheila, you got any booze here? I think everyone could do with a stiff drink. No, I'm afraid not. This is a
Classic bar work.
we are a dry temple as such. We do not partake in the in alcohol. Yeah. Give me an insight check, Z.
They're fucking hiding the good stuff. You ain't getting it. That's the bloody shanty we're drinking over
10.
there.
10. Yeah, you look at Ra, who looks like someone's just killed his mother. His face is pretty pissed off that there's no booze.
Not even stuff.
Yeah, carry on. What were you going to say?
Sheila, before you go, I don't suppose you would have this ingredients, and I would describe the ingredients to concoct a health potion. kicking around the temple or here?
Yes, I think so. In my supply chest in the temple, if it's not destroyed. I know I saw it caught fire. I hope everything's okay.
Would you mind if I raided your chest to just try and
Please.
make some?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Excellent.
Whatever
Thank
you
you.
need. If there's something in the temple you need, please take it. This is more important than my belongings. We need to help these people, and he gestures behind him. Is there anything anybody would like to... he sort of like looks behind him and sort of leans in and goes, I don't want to cause a fuss or anything, but is there anything I should tell the guards? Is just the goblin attack?
Just that there's been a goblin attack. There's been a fatality, and they seem to be quite organised. This wasn't a random attack, in my opinion.
And who died?
Greg?
You sound so sure.
Mm.
The one of the old...
The short one.
Okay, well, I will
Way to neg him.
try and alert his family. And with that, Sheila just opens her arms, and
His arms.
you hear this like... Yeah, sorry, opens his arms, and you hear this like... It's almost like scratching on wood as Sheila's form changes into a giant brown owl, which immediately takes flight. Just goes straight, flaps its wings, goes straight up into the sky, and disappears out of sight in the direction of Breeze.
Ra, I think we should keep a 2-person watch at all times so these people can rest. You pick someone other than me to do the first watch. I need to go back to the temple.
Oh no, I'm coming with you. He's definitely got booze in there somewhere. We're getting it.
Okay, you go and check the temple. I'll keep watch. I'm not leaving the glade unguarded. And then come back once you're done.
Okay, and what do you want to do with the body?
I think it's probably best to put it on the altar in the temple, and then I hand my white cloak to him and lay this over him.
Right you are. Takes your cloak, pops it on his shoulder, and disappears into the night.
Can I scare Ra? Can I, still as a giant snake,
Yeah?
be hidden somewhere or like slither and watch him like go into the temple and then just like as he's deep in his raid of some kind, I'm just like curious of what. I don't know. Can I see anything? I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Give me a perception check to start with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not bad. 19.
Okay. I forgot to ask. Does your snake form have dark vision?
No, but it has 10 feet.
Oh no, it has
blind
blight. It
sight.
would have. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, you put the flames out in the temple. There are like a couple of there's still like illuminating these on half the side of the temple is like illuminated with these. No, it's glowing moss that seems to grow around the temple, and inside it's like there's like hanging down from vines. There are these large balls of moss that seem to just like gently like emit light. So half the temple is still lit up. The other half, which has been destroyed by the fire, is unfortunately not lit anymore. And you are hiding in that. You spot Ra coming and sort of decide to hide in the darkness.
Just to clarify as well, I don't know if this will
Ra-
help or not. Were there any of the drug fruit that we also shoved in a fire the other night that got consumed by this giant fire in the place that Sheila got it from?
There was none left. That was his last. What he gave you was his last of the. And they take sort of a month to grow again. But he had none in stock.
Well,
So,
apparently
yeah,
he didn't have
you're
alcohol in
hiding
stock,
in-
but we're all still checking.
you hide in the dark and see Bra walk into the temple carrying a body covered in a white cloak. Can you give me a stealth check?
I will roll it for B, but I'll have way better dex than that's a snake. But this is with a -1, 12.
12. Okay. You stay completely still as Ra enters the temple, walks to where the altar was that had disappeared into the ground, and gently places Greg's body in the spot where the altar was. He doesn't.
He doesn't see me.
Nope.
Okay. For now, whilst he's, I'll still just lay in wait, just like very very still, just kind of watching him.
Cool. You watch as Ra very gently puts the body down.
Well, good night, Greg.
Stands up.
Right. Now, if I was whiskey, where would I be?
And he proceeds to go over to like near where the altar area is, and proceeds to like on like a woven weird bookshelf begins to like pick books up and check behind the books and put them back on the bookshelf as he like starts rummaging through.
Now the horror scene starts,
Yeah,
where
sure.
he's like, from camera looking from his angle, you see like a bit of snake come over one shoulder, and then he looks down, and then like you see a little bit of head pop out of another, and then deep down, I'll just keep creeping up on him as I can.
Give me a stealth check.
Alright, so I do actually get a +3 looking at the snake stats, so I'll roll insight. That's a 14.
14.
Yes, sir.
I don't actually know. Let's double check Ra's stats here, because Ra does have stats.
They're about to be tested.
Just passive B14 now.
Yeah, still rummaging
Sounds
through the
like a
bookshelf.
13 to me.
It did sound like a 13.
Is it still raining?
Yeah, you can.
Even better.
No, the rain's sort of dying down now. It's sort of like a, it's just damp everywhere. Everything's damp from inside the temple, where either it's very charred or very just cozy. You get right up close to Ra.
Just get right up and just lick him. Just on the ear, just like a...
Ra draws his hand axe. As you lick his ear, he drops the book, pulls his hand axe out, and as he does, pulls belt, dislodges his belt, trips over on his, completely swings around and lands on his ass, with a look of shock on his face, before realizing what it was that licked him.
If a snake
He
could
just goes,
laugh,
"What the fuck?" Ah! As he falls.
you just
yeah,
watching a snake
falls
kind of
over.
just bob.
Yeah, you just see him. For fuck's sake, Blue! As he begins to try and get back up and pull his trousers back up, and tie up his belt again.
Fuck are you still doing as a snake? Fight's over.
So I'll just do the little tongue thing and then just head back outside. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Ra just looks at you and watches you go out, turn to look over your shoulder as you go through the door, you just see him.
Oh, I'm a
put his
snake. I
hand
need to
back
eat a
in
goblin.
Starts to go back through the
I need to
bookshop.
swallow a
You
goblin
can
whole.
go and eat. Try and eat.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. There's plenty for goblins. There's a you've got goblin drummer to choose from, or just goblin foot soldier.
Yeah, I'll have a drumstick, yeah.
Brilliant.
Just one, whilst I'm a snake. Give it a try.
You go over. Yeah. One of the goblins. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Nat 20. 22.
Amazing. Yeah.
I really wanted you to fail that.
It's not the tastiest thing. As you begin to eat this, but you begin to eat this goblin. Begin to swallow it like a snake does. It takes a little while as you begin to do it. Can I have an intelligence saving throw from you as well?
Yeah. Almost a nat 20, but an 8.
Cool. You get the goblin like halfway down. Before you have the little thought that pops in your head and the thought is, goblins are kind of humanoid. So does this make me a cannibal?
I don't eat meat in general. So, I'm just doing this because I'm a snake, and this is what snakes do, and that's like Blue's logic of nature. So he's just there like, what am I doing?
You carry on.
Oh my God.
You carry on this goblin down before slithering, I guess.
Yeah.
slithering
Get halfway
back
through and just
to
like,
you.
should I be doing this? Yeah, I'm a snake.
You eat one of the goblins up, one of the drummers.
Yeah.
I will find out which one was the drummer.
Could have done with some seasoning, is what I found out.
One of these was a drummer, surely? Or did I already get rid of them? Oh well, we'll get rid of one of the goblins. Yeah, you eat the goblin up and then slither back to the party. What are you doing?
Nah, I did a perimeter check at some point, so I'm just gonna keep doing that for as long as I'm still in my snake form, my very weak current snake form.
Kaya, what are you doing? Resting up.
Yeah. I collapsed in a heap next to Saber. I'm gonna press my head on his shoulder and just feel really quite sorry for myself. Slowly eating the good berries.
Cool.
Yeah. That's bad. So I'm just going to be sat there, my head against Kaya's head on my shoulder, and just sort of nodding, doing the nodding dog.
Cool.
Saber, you've grown a snout.
You see on the opposite side of the glade to you, you see River. Freddy, sort of, he's probably 6 foot, maybe 6'1". He's not like huge guy for like most guards. You see like quite like guys they're like quite muscly. He's very like lean for a guard. But you see his clothes are quite tailored to him, as if like he's not been given a uniform and told to wear it, and sometimes they're like misfitting. This guy looks like he's more athletic than he is strong. He's leaning against a tree, sort of clutching his ribs. He's got this like long dark hair that sort of touches his shoulders, but there's this giant clump that's been ripped out of his head. So it's like a small bald patch where his hair's been like ripped out of the skull. Sort of like as he's like looks up and sort of clocks eyes with you, Saber, and then proceeds to sort of like hobble over towards you. As you he sort of gets closer to you, lean out. Well done. Appreciate it.
No problem. We didn't really have much choice. They were going to kill us all, to be fair.
Oh, we some people would have run away.
Well,
Proud of you.
we're not ones for running away. There's innocent people here as well.
You see him look over at like the rest of the people who have seemed to have calmed at the presence of the party returning, but still look a little bit shaken. He looks over them. You got a name?
Well, I'm Saber. Sorry, I'm Saber. This is Kaya. The two outside that are with us. We've got Blue, who's currently dressed as a snake, and Z. Z's just at the door watching, making sure.
Yeah, he holds out an arm and winces as soon as he like raises an arm to shake yours. It's just a little wince in his face. Yeah, River,
Nice to meet you, River.
Captain of the Guard.
So what? Yeah. We have our sources. What happened to you out there then? Did you get ambushed? We saw you leaving.
So, Miley's is gone.
Oh, that's new information. It wasn't when we left.
Yeah. You come that way?
Yeah, in a roundabout way, we've come from there.
He looks at you for a couple of seconds. He goes, I recognize you.
Yeah, we saw
Have we met
you.
before?
I don't think we've met before, no.
Huh. Well, look. Yeah, well, you obviously know more about what's going on here than I do, but yeah, Miley's is gone. We heard it got attacked. We mustered up a small, defensive force to go and help, and to Crook. That's fine, no problems there. Straight on to Miley's the next day. Got there, everything was as normal. There was obviously corpses of something. There was like these weird. There was goblins there, and there was some weird sort of remnant of something.
Yeah, they're called dregs. We got them. We killed them. And then we left, and everything was hunky dory when we left. We were tracking a bugbear who seemed to be in charge, and that sort of led us here.
Right. Well, we got there. Everything was fine. We stabled the horses for the night, and then I had my men patrol just so we could figure out what was doing. I was just about to send the fist back to Breeze, and we got ambushed.
Right. And you're the last one.
Yeah, there was. I think so.
Right.
We defended as much as we could, but I think everyone got out okay, but I can't be sure. If any of my men are still made it out, I don't know. Well, it was two of us, and my sergeant. We hugged the coast for a while, cutting through the trees rather than going through taking the roads. We thought if we lead them back to Grook, we won't have a chance. So we thought, following us, they'll follow us through the trees. And well, we got as close as we could. Sergeant got shot. He was hit by an arrow. Make it and carry him. And yeah, I made it here, luckily. I don't know how many, if there's any more, but I would assume we took out a few before we got here.
Oh, there'll be more. We thought we'd finished them off, but obviously not.
Where did they come from?
Listen, we got here not long ago ourselves, and it seems this has arrived with us.
What do you mean you got here
Well,
not so long ago? And he sort of he see his knees crumble, so he sort of like slumps down next to you. And as he sort of does and falls on his ass, you just hear this like a little crunch, sort of just like through gritted teeth, just yells in pain as he like slumps down next to you. Fucking ribs. As he like slumps down next to you.
well, we're not technically from this island as a travelling group. We've arrived here purely by mistake. And
He just, as you sort of begin, he just holds up his hand of like and immediately winces again. Hang on. You're not from Papaya?
no, we're not. We've we shipwrecked here.
How did you make it back past the
Not long ago. Well, weirdly, it seems that our ship hit one, or something. They all started to sort of collapse at that point. You must have seen. Now, I mean, we spoke to. We have been trying to warn people.
Well, we didn't know. And what, these things followed you? They
I
boat,
don't
do you
think followed us. I just think. No, I think they were already here. I think that they were just being locked up. They were being sort of restrained, if you like. And now, they're not being restrained, and they're marching. I guess. I expect this is going to be a bit of a war, to be honest.
Can I hear this conversation?
Yeah, I don't think they're being neither of them being discreet about it.
So Z will just Saber. Don't forget that we found that teleport device.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was a circle with rooms, and it seemed that they were jumping in and out of here from somewhere else, but we couldn't figure out how to get it to work.
Well, I didn't
give me an
come
insight
that
check.
way.
Oh,
I came through a tree.
give me 2 seconds and then we'll carry on. But yeah, Saber, give me an insight check.
Okay. Oh, come on. Perfect. Not rolling.
Classic.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Perfect. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry about this. There we go.
That's alright. You got a
That's
real
alright.
dice.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
It's going to be 19, 21, 20, dirty 20.
20. Yeah, you as you sort of you say that about the rooms and the circle. You see River's face go. He's already quite pale. He goes even whiter. Kaya, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, as they were saying all that. Well, I came through a tree, and then I was past Goodberry, and as the river get even wider, I'll just give him 3 good berries. I'll give Saber 3 good berries, and I'll take
Smush
another
it
3.
onto his face. That's the colour,
Um,
isn't it?
You see him like hold out his hand, take them, and just hold them in his hand as he goes like pale, and yeah, you came through a tree.
Yeah. Been a weird old sneak, you know.
How?
But I don't know. So we're here to find out.
Ignore
He
that.
just slumps
Sorry.
back and just eats begins to eat. Blue, have you appeared yet?
Yeah, I'll have slithered like closer to the glade entrance. I won't be inside for the next, I guess, 50 minutes. I don't know how long you think until the battle has ended until now. I guess.
I think you probably got another 45 minutes, 50 minutes before you're gonna turn back into your Goliath.
Yeah, in my head, I'm not wasting this like snake form. Like I've taken the opportunity to eat a goblin. That's a snake thing to do. I've scared someone. That's a snake thing to do. And now I'm gonna protect people of the third snake hierarchy laws that they have. Obviously,
The snake triangle.
yes, the pyramid of snake law with protection on top.
Seems
of
you're
course.
giving doing the protection roll of a snake. Can I have 3 perception checks from you? Z, as you're sort of looking out as well, can I have 3 from you?
So that's a nat 20, and my perception is a +2 for a snake. First one, so 22. Ooh, 5 for the second one, and a nat 1 for the third one.
First one is 19. Second one is 21. Third one is 10.
Cool.
If I have the opportunity to scare Ra again, I will do that as well, by the way.
Fuck it, on a nat 20, yeah, you can scare Ra again. As you see Ra looking a bit dejected, like, dejected? The word? Like, bit down, because he comes out
Dejected.
empty-handed out of the temple. Yeah, that's the word. You wait for him to come out of the temple and scare the fuck out of him again. He doesn't fall over this time, but simply just freaks out a little bit and reaches for his axe before... Will you cut that out? And storms
roll
over
over.
towards Z.
Like a puppy.
Yeah, he ignores that and just carries on straight, beelining for Z. Z, you see him approaching out of the darkness, looking very pissed off. And as he passes you, coming in, he just goes, "Will you get control over the fucking snake?" And just brushes past you. You don't spot any more goblins coming out of the darkness. You don't hear any other more drum beating. The air is kind of still. The smell of blood is very apparent for Blue, but also to you, Z, as you can smell it in the air. Blue, as you pass the places where the hobgoblins died, you see the ash has turned to mold. It's sort of black ash, and then it's sort of molded the ground in an outline of where, like, not like chalk. Like, I'm not talking like complete chalk outline. It's like a murder scene, but it's just like a lump of moldy grass now appears underneath where their corpses have been. But that's all you see as you go through. So as Z, you look out from the glade, watch, and Blue, you as you slither around, keeping on patrol.
Okay. With Blue, with Ra back in the glade, Z walks up to Blue, grabs the snake by the head, looks in his eyes, and says, "Stay," and walks to the temple.
Yeah, I'll curl up into a little like poop emoji, sake and just stay like a totem. Just
Sit right in the entrance.
Yep.
Yeah. And Z, you go to the temple. Call it DC 10. Give me an investigation check, Z. See if you can find all the ingredients.
Come on. Investigation, did you say?
Mhm.
Natural 20. For a
Nice.
23.
Perfect.
Yeah, baby.
You rummage through it. It seems that mostly on the side that got burnt down seems to be a lot of the natural, like the goodberry plants. The this plant that which I cannot remember the name of. Someone can have inspiration if they can find it. The plant that gave you your visions, helped you with your vision quests. All of that was on sort of the right-hand side of the temple. On the left-hand side of the temple was more material goods, so the books, the potion supplies, food, water, that sort of stuff was on the left-hand side. And you pilfer through...
Lacada fruit.
There you go. Inspiration for Z.
Can I pass it on? Because I've already got inspiration.
You can. I will let you pass it on since you already have inspiration.
So, Blue, you've given me inspiration before for throwing you, so you can have it.
Hey, can I pass on the inspiration? Because I got an inspiration for doing the number 5 thing.
Yes, you can.
I want to pass it on to Kaya to make sure that Saber doesn't get it.
Amazing.
I'd only waste it.
Kaya, you
That's
now
the
have
closest to a punch bug. Yeah.
inspiration.
Thank you very much.
As you go through the supplies, Z, you find enough to make 2 potions of healing.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. I'm not going to bore you with the individual objects you need to make the potion of healing, because 1, I don't have it, and 2, I think it's just easier if I say yes, you do. So you can spend an hour of a short rest making a potion of healing.
Thank you. On my way back, I would just look to see if there are any more good breeze hanging down from the roof. If there are, pick them up and take them to the glade. If not, then no worries.
You find 2 that have been undamaged. The rest of the supply seems to have died with the fire.
Cool. And I will just walk back to the glade, smile at Blue and say good boy, and drop them in the middle of the glade.
Amazing. Cool.
I've just got visions of the book that Ra dropped lying open on the floor with a cutout in the middle of the pages with a hip flask in there. And he's missed it.
Does anyone wish to do anything before I sort of narrate on?
No.
No, I'm good.
Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Cool. Oh, go on. No, go on. There was a.
Slow.
I heard her now.
I
No,
was
go on.
just gonna say, can I have a look at the necklace and like give it a bit of
Yeah.
a talking to for hurting me?
Yeah. Cool. What do you do? Just pick it up, talk to it
I'd just
like a
to get it
walkie-talkie?
out and just be like,
Snare it.
what was that all about? And then just sort of look at it expectantly. I don't know. And then just, when it inevitably doesn't do anything, just sort of drop it and just sort of die.
As you take open your shirt to take it out, you pick the necklace up, move it to look at it. It looks exactly the same as you've always seen it. This silver like amulet with this gold like seam running down the middle with these gold flecks pouring out of it. Nothing's changed on the amulet, but underneath it, where the amulet was, a certain little somebody
looks very sad that you moved the amulet away. Its head perks up from its paws, looks at you, looks at the amulet, looks at you, looks at the amulet, and then does like it's doesn't make any sound, but it does that whole thing a dog does when it puts its head down and huffs, just as you move the amulet away from it.
I guess I'll just go, well, that's where you've been hiding. Come on then. I'll just drop it down again. And just be like, this is getting weirder by the day. Yeah.
You see as you put the amulet down, you see your tattoo move, and the head of your blink dog peeks out from behind it, sticks its tongue out, and just and then proceeds to hide back behind the amulet.
Cute. Love it.
Cool. As time passes, as night begins to draw even darker, you see a couple of people begin to light a small fire in the middle of the glade. People begin to huddle around it for a little bit of warmth. It is quite chilly out, and people being in more ceremonial garb seem to be suffering somewhat. There's some people here that have just turned up in robes, no traveling cloaks. For instance, Ra turned up with I think he turned up with just a sash. A couple other people, obviously not wearing appropriate clothing for the weather. And it gets a bit chilly, but people begin to huddle around and fall asleep near the fire. You keep up watches and get some sleep in the meantime. You see River try to get some rest, but it's very, very broken for him as he's trying to sleep on like what looks like to be broken ribs. So he's getting very uncomfortable very quickly. Inside the glade, though, the ground is covered in this like springy moss, so it's very comfortable to like lie on, but he's just having discomfort trying to get comfy on these broken ribs. The rest of you obviously sporting various injuries. Saber, big lump on the back of your head, and most of you are sporting some sort of cuts and bruises. Blue, you transform back into
with no cuts or bruises. From a day of 3 combats.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably a little bit sore in terms of like muscle ache rather than like actual physical damage. Where the rest of the
my back does feel bad from carrying this group, but
really bad gut ache as well.
Yeah.
was that an ear? Well, I'm not eating garlic again.
Yeah, as you guys, take some watches and take a long rest. I think probably only need to take one watch each if you wanted to share it out equally. You could all you need to do, the 4 of you just need to take one watch, and the rest of you can like get a long rest. So, what's your plan for watching?
I have one thing I want to do when I turn back into a Goliath. I want to go and sit just a little by the water a bit, and I want to expend my last wild shape spell slot to summon an old friend of mine. So I'll go looking for a. Is this lake pond water source?
It's not a very bad. It's not a very good map. There's like a drop. Remember, there's a cliff.
There is, yeah.
To get to the water.
Misty Step dive boss.
Oh, it's late though, isn't it? It'll be fine if I don't have a fish for him. So I'm just gonna set myself a light and look to the northwest, and just summon an old friend that is Hawking Phoenix, the hawk.
You don't see it until it's really close. You see this shape, like you see the wings flap, as it gets closer, and you see, your hawk friend appear. I can't remember the voice I did, but I'll do the best, I'm sure. As you hold your arm out, or wait for it to land in front of you.
On fire as well, waiting for him to land.
On fire. The hawk just flies in, regardless of the flame. It knows you. Perches on your arm. All right, you summon me.
All right, mate. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. I just wanted to see a familiar face. It's been it's been a long fucking day.
Yeah, you're telling me it's what? What? I don't even know what the time is. It's late though. I was
Oh
asleep.
my god, this again. Every time we meet, are we gonna have to get in a fucking argument?
No, I'm just saying. You chose a bad time. I was asleep for one. You know, got my missus breathing down my neck.
Jesus
I
Christ.
look after the younglings, and you just call me in willy-nilly. I'm just saying. It's nice to see you. It's nice.
Listen, all I'm saying is until you got this missus of yours, we used to hang out like every day. And now there's this. I don't want to be that guy. But, I mean, come on. We don't have a guy day every now and then?
Well, yeah, we could do a guy day. But
You're
it'd just
right.
be nice to have. It'd just be nice to have some planning, you know. Like,
I understand. I'm sorry, but the only way I have to communicate with you is to get you to come here. So, are you free next week at any point?
yeah, I could move some things around as well.
All right. Well, I mean, do you want to stay now that you're here for a little bit, or do you want to? I mean, you can go back if you want. I'm sorry for making you come out without it being organised.
You see the hawk twists its head around, looks around.
No. I'm here now. I'll stay. What's that over there?
Look in the direction of the goblins.
Oh, it's just some goblins. Do not eat them.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's I mean, it is an ear. I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't like it.
Well, it's not a very nice cut of meat, but what have you been doing fighting goblins then?
They flying us, mate. You see anything on the way?
No, I don't. It's the summoning thing. I only appear so far away. I don't
That's
look
it,
around. I just
yeah.
need to find you. Yeah. I can have a look around if you want to.
Yeah, no, I'd appreciate that, mate. Yeah. Right. Hold on a minute. Do you think you could find certain people, or
Well,
just
Come on, it's late.
just look around for now? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course.
You see it take flight. Just like a big circle over the entire temple clearing, and then sort of goes out a little bit wider over the trees. Comes back about 10 minutes later. Sort of lands on your arm.
well, nobody around. Nothing I can see.
No one at all. Do you see the town, the city?
Well, yeah. Yeah, city's fine. Yeah. Lights are on.
All right. Well, I guess that sounds better than here. Than just us.
Yeah. Well, you got all those people in that thing back there, but I'm guessing they're all right. They're all with you.
Yeah, they're with us. You know, on tourage and all that.
Yeah.
You know, I've got other people too. You know, just I mean not to rub it in, but you know, got some friends in there. They're pretty cool.
Off. I forgot to say, your dad's doing well.
Yeah. How's he? Yeah. What's
Yeah,
he? How's he?
well for
What's he
himself.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a small herd now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I
There's
mean,
a bit of a
is he
kerfuffle.
right.
Yeah, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. You see, there was an argument between a few people back home, and he did all right for himself in the end. He, a couple of bruises, a couple of scratches, but he's got good herd now.
Oh yeah. No. Good on him. It's yeah. Just tell him I'm doing all right. It's it's hard work. You know, outland over here. So you know, it's good to hear that he's doing all right though.
Well, you gonna be back for the ceremony?
I don't know.
Not long now.
How long ago is it?
A month or so now, I think. Not long.
Oh, I mean, well, we've got this goblin thing we're kind of looking into, and there's fights on down here. Not too interesting. I just don't know how we get there. I don't think people on here know that you can leave.
Oh.
So I don't think they've got many like boats or anything. Here's the thing. How would I leave? If I you know you like phase in and out. If I turned into like a weasel or a rat or something, you carry me through?
Right, well, look. Some of the things kind of like you call me, I come to you. It's not some sort of. I think it's only me that can teleport through the fold of magic. I don't know if I can bring any, but we could try it one day. But how would you? No, I suppose it might. Well, we could try.
I mean, if you're sticking around tomorrow. Well, no, we've got some stuff to do.
I gotta get back. I gotta go. You know, if I stay here, fucking missus will be up in arms about it. You know, I'll be out of the nest for weeks.
Yeah, no, I understand. You've got your priorities.
Family now.
No, I get it. Listen, I just said I understand. Listen, well,
Speaking of which,
yeah, it sounds like you're getting off, mate. So it's been good seeing you. Yeah, I'll try and tie one of these.
Holds out.
Oh, no, please, you go there.
As you sort of like saying goodbyes, he holds out his wing and like ruffles, like runs his feathers over your back of your head as if someone was like ruffling your hair. He goes, look, well, yeah, I'll tell your dad I've seen you, and
yeah, wait one sec.
Are there any little pouches on any of the goblins? Can I just have a pouch to attack?
yeah, Oh yeah, you can wander over and like take one of the empty pouches of one of the goblins. It's like you find it's like a half leather, half skin pouch of some sort of like animal. Like the pouch itself is made of leather, but the flap is made of some sort of like furry animal. It's been like crudely cut, and the buckle, like the little catch, is like a piece of, it's like a large tooth, and then a piece of like a piece of string that it like hooks in and then it attaches.
Oh, I'll pick it up. Yeah, get it with like two fingers. It's not my design, but yeah, shove a couple in here. I'll give him 7 gold. Yeah, see that this does some good back home.
Oh well, I will. And with that, it takes flight. Flies off into the darkness, and you watch him disappear.
I'll big sigh, hands on hips, big pee in the ocean, and then turn around and I'll go and tag in whoever else wants to come and do a watch.
It's definitely on brand. Definitely on brand.
Talk to a bird, took a piss. What do you need?
Yeah, I hope your pouch trick works.
I'll just wrap it around his foot. It'll be right.
Yeah,
wrap me around it. If the pouch can get through.
Yeah, because pouches. Yeah, same as weasels, I guess.
Who do you wake up?
I mean, is Z on a watch with me?
I think, like I said, you can take watches together if you so wish, but you'd be quite comfortable to take one watch each. It's up to you.
I guess I'll nudge Z if Z's not already up.
Yeah,
See
Z
much there.
wakes up. Okay, I think we'll leave Saber and Kaya for a bit longer. Get some rest, Blue. and I'll give Sabre a nudge next.
Sounds
All
right.
Z, give me a check.
Before that, can I walk over to Ra, give him a kick if he's asleep?
Oh, yeah.
Ra, come and watch with me.
You see him, like, as you kick him, he starts. Z, yeah, what we doing? Watching, yeah, all right. Stands up. Yeah.
Did
Blue,
you,
you walk into the
earlier
clearing
on?
as these two walk up.
Earlier on, you said that he's got a sash on. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. Any tattoos, body markings, anything like that?
Bit hard below
no.
the belt.
No.
No markings. He's wearing leather trousers, just this white sash.
Right. Fair enough.
For the crude people among us.
Ra, I'm just gonna sit down here by the entrance to the glade and make some health potions. Keep watch for me, please.
Right, you are.
And whilst he's doing that, can I try and make? Well, first up, I would make a sagacity. I think that's how you say it. And with whatever time I've got left, I'll make as many. Well, up to 2 for the time that I've got.
Cool. So you'll make your. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that word that you just said because I
That's
heard
fine.
it
My
once.
mutagen, yeah.
Your mutation. Yep. You make that, no problem. Can you give me a D20 roll plus your proficiency bonus twice if you're proficient in your alchemist.
Alchemist supplies, yeah. Before
Yeah.
I do that, can I down my mutagen, please?
Yeah, so wish.
Thank you.
Yeah, make it quickly and drink it.
Yeah. So that nudges my intelligence
Sagacity.
up by 3, which is handy.
It's sagacity. So
Sagacity.
Sagacity.
Sagacity. Okay, thank you. Sorry, D20 2
Push.
proficiency bonus.
Yep.
That would be 15.
15. It's your first time making a healing potion, and you're having to read the book. Like you're having to sort of very carefully go through step-by-step instructions. Ra isn't doing a very good job of being a quiet companion, and every time you sort of like you drink this potion. First of all, as soon as you drink that potion, drink nutrition. He's what's that you're drinking?
Vitamin.
What is that stuff? Well, fair enough. And then every time you sort of like you prepare a small cauldron, begin adding ingredients. He's like, "Oh, so what does that do?" And it's up to you. What do you sort of like encourage him or sort of give him a cold shoulder?
Absolutely not. A grunt at him.
Yeah.
Oh, the first date.
Fair enough. And then he gets really interested. So you're getting distracted by Ra and having to try and like follow the book. So you do make a healing potion, but you only make 1 out of the 2 possible that you could make. You just make the 1.
Okay.
And it takes you a long time. Again, first time brewing it with the distraction of Ra, you keep like interrupting your trail of thoughts and but you do make a potion of healing.
Excellent. Back up to 2. And then after my watch, however long is left, I'll go and give Sabre a nudge.
Cool. You go and wake Sabre up. Ra follows you back into the glade and give me an insight check. Z, actually, let's do this.
No, that's a nat 1.
Cool. He goes and lies
on a patch of moss where he was originally. Lies with his head on his hand, elbow on the moss, lying on his side, just staring at you. But you just wake Saber up and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wake Saber up. Saber,
Yeah,
it's watch
yeah.
time, buddy.
Sure thing. Yeah. I will.
And then make sure Saber is up, and then walk over to the other side of the glade, past Ra, and I will try and kick his elbow out from under him.
Wow.
amazing. Give me an
Get
attack roll.
after it. With advantage, right? He's prone.
He is prone.
Oh. What do you want me to add to it?
Your is it unarmed strike? Unarmed strike.
Strike. So that would be a dirty 20.
Yeah, you walk over and purposely. He looks like you see. Well, actually, no. In fact, you wouldn't. Z wouldn't. But Saber, you would probably notice this quite. You see, Ra's eyes light up as Z walks beelines for him. Begins to smile as you kick his elbow like out from underneath him, and his head just like dunk off the. But it just lands on soft moss. As you walk straight past him, he just sort of clocks eyes with Saber, and then just rolls over and tries to get some sleep. Yeah,
Cool.
So you go sleep. Saber.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my 4 hours, sit by the entrance of the glade, and yeah, just take my watch. Yeah, I've got nothing to do at
Give me
this
a
point. I
perception
don't
check.
think. Well, that's a good one. It's going to be 21.
Cool. Yeah, you sit down and quietly wait for Z and Bra to settle. Goes dead quiet again. You can hear snoring from inside, inside the glade, but no other sounds or beasties come out of the darkness towards you. It's quite quiet. Yeah, it's just quietness, quite still, quite relaxed. As you spend 4 hours just sat there watching into the darkness. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think the next one was Kaya. Was the next one for watch, so I shall go and shake her really violently.
Shake her awake.
Yeah, shake her awake by the shoulders.
Just remember, you've had a long rest, okay?
Yes.
Cool. Amazing. You go and try to shake Kyra awake. Yeah?
Yeah.
Correct. As you get your hands, probably about, I don't know, 6 inches away from Kaya's shoulders, you can't put your hands on Kaya.
Okay. So it's just blocked, right?
It's like you're trying to move a boulder off of Kaya.
Right. This is weird. I don't know. I think what I'll do then is I'll just scream really loud in her face. I'll get my nose 6 inches away from her nose and shout as loud as I can.
Okay.
I'll wake up the whole glade.
Cool. Just double check some. No, in fact, no. You, you full on scream. You wake up everybody around you as you scream. As people on the other side of the glade, the funeral, the people attending the funeral, bolt upright, start panicking, start screaming themselves. Blue, Z, Ra all wake up. Ra wakes up,
grabs his axes.
Oh, what was that?
I'm sure
What?
Z would probably grab a sword at this point.
Oh.
I'll half turn into a snake and fall out.
Kaya, you wake up to the screaming of Saber in your face.
God, Saber. What are you
Oh.
doing?
Just to
Sorry.
double check, Saber, when you screaming, are you sort of like this force? It's almost like a force field over Kaya. Are you leaning
Yeah.
on this force field
Putting pressure
to
on it.
shout into? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get my face as till like my nose smushes against it,
Like a
against the invisible wall, and then just shout as loud as I can.
Yeah, Kaya.
Cool. Yeah. I imagine. I imagine I'm not conscious of there being a force field, a shieldy thing around me.
That's the sort of
But
thing
is
you'd
it one of
remember.
those things of like, in a panic, waking up, I sort of push out? Because
Cool.
I imagine that would be like, sort of a natural reaction would be to like, just sort of.
Springing
As you like spring and like bolt like sit up as Saber begins to like start screaming in your face. Saber, you fall face first onto Kaya. I'm gonna need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay,
I'm happy
that's not
about
too bad. That's not too bad.
Oh, that's 10.
22.
20. Kaya, you like bolt upright and see Saber falling on you. You move your head and bring your shoulder up as Saber, you smash your face into Kaya's bony shoulder. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, Saber, and your nose is bleeding slightly.
Brilliant. Thank you.
As the force field seemingly drops.
God,
Well,
what was that?
well, I don't know. Why did you scream at me?
Oh, I couldn't like. I wanted to poke you a little bit, just gently, obviously, but you had like this. I couldn't touch her. It was weird.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you couldn't touch Kaya, so you woke up everyone.
Yeah, I thought it was an emergency. You guys should all know that when she's asleep, you can't pick her up.
Oh,
Good to know.
turn.
I don't know. That's new on me, but doesn't sound like a bad thing, does it?
Well, no, you're probably right. What with all the goblin attacks.
Don't worry, everyone. I think there's probably a few hours still to sunrise. When you all go back to sleep, and I'll get up and stand watch.
As you're doing this, Ra stands up, walks over to Saber. Does a 17 hit you, Saber?
No.
You feel the wind move behind the back of your head as you duck to see this large arm appear over the top of your head. As he goes, Saber, what the fuck are you doing? These people have gone through enough. You stop with the shouting.
Sorry, I just felt that was an emergency because I couldn't, Kaya.
Okay, Saber. Okay.
Right, so you woke everyone up in the glade because you couldn't touch Kaya while she was asleep.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
He just looks at you. Right, everyone, it's not an emergency. Go back to sleep. As he turns his back on you, just go back to sleep.
Can I trip Ra as he tries to walk away? I'm gonna just clip
Try and trip
his
him.
ankle.
Oh, Ra.
Yeah, I just want to clip his ankle.
Like,
So yeah,
Go for it.
cool. That's just an armed attack, yeah.
He's a fucking half orc. He deserves it.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
Oh, well, that's really not good anyway. So that's gonna be 5.
Yeah, you kick him in the
Yeah.
ankle.
Yeah.
He just turns to you. You what?
Oh, I thought I saw something on your ankle there. One of those snakes that we keep seeing around here.
Um,
Stop it. Yeah, all right, yeah. To be fair. Yeah, it's my turn.
And then he proceeds to go and put his arm round a very shooken woman who is now crying. It's all right. Come on, Teresa. Let's get you lied down again. Let's put you back to sleep. Come on, it's just the fucking elves. And yeah,
Wow.
proceeds to sit with this woman as she's like crying and visibly just like shaking. Let's get you something warm. Let's get you a cup of something warm. And yeah, Kaya, you can take your watch.
Sorry, can I just quickly? Can I have another long rest? Oh,
No.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I had one
you-
good berry left.
No, it's right.
Before I went to sleep.
No, you read what you say. It's cool.
You'll be getting a short rest anyway, so.
Would I now have had a long rest?
Yes.
Excellent.
Everyone has now had a long rest.
Fantastic.
Even though you've still
Um,
one watch to go, you've all had a long rest.
well, I would like to step to sort of the edge of the glade and, do imagine what everyone else has been doing, and also sort of do like a check around just to make sure there's nothing untoward happening.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I fell off. Oh my god, I also fell off. Okay, that's better. Actually, don't eat the dice. No. So it was a 13 plus 7, so dirty 20.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, you as light begins to appear on the horizon on a cloudless sky, you look out and see again nothing is coming to hurt you. You hear no more drums. You hear no more things moving in the forest. You see like you see a rabbit appear at one moment, like towards the edge of like the tree line here, and begins to like eat the grass around the bottom of the tree. But apart from that, you don't see any things coming to kill you or to try and hurt you. As dawn breaks, you see coming over the tops of the trees is a large brown owl, which swoops down towards you, Kaya. Stops about 10 feet in front of you, and you hear this sickening, like, scratching and, like, suction noise as the owl begins to grow and the form of Sheila appears in front of you.
I just sort of nod.
Give me an insight check.
There's insight. There's 14.
14. There's not a worried look on Sheila's face, but Sheila is very tired. You can see bags under the eyes, which is strange for like an elf. But it's not not uncommon, but it's not. You don't normally see it as people like as elves can sleep quite quickly in for short periods of time and not be tired. It's quite unusual. But Sheila looks tired, a little bit haggard, as he approaches you. Is everything okay? Everything quiet?
Everything quiet at this end. Looks like you need a rest. How was it in
It's been a long
town?
night. Oh, it's fine. They didn't even know.
Well, something at least.
We've got some guards on the way to escort us back. Yeah, as soon as they arrive, we'll move. I've now got I've got a guard presence here at the temple to help me clean up and sort out my belongings. Yeah, the council have been informed of the actions here. They will probably want to talk to you, but in good time. We need to rest. You've had a long day.
Yes, It has been a long day.
I hope you don't mind, but I assume you've been staying with Ra.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, I said that they asked if where you would be able to be contacted, and I said probably the Cod Inn with Ra, but obviously if you move around, just make a guard aware or something, and then they'll notify them. But they'll want to speak to you. But I have bought you some time.
Oh, well, that's very very kind of you. Obviously, we're not in an urgent rush off, but we do have plans to move on.
Sure, no, understandable. Well, I will. I'm gonna go get some rest myself. And are you okay out here keeping watch?
That'll be fine. We'll go and rest up.
Okay. Yeah, he enters the glade and begins to like bed down for a couple of hours. Cool. I'm going to cut there for a quick rest stop, and then we'll be back in sort of 5 minutes or so and carry on. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Amazing. Cool. See you in a minute.
Cool.
So Sheila comes into the clearing, beds down for the evening. Kaya, you watch as the sun begins to rise, begins to get like still a little bit chilly outside, but as the sunlight begins to rise and begins to hit the ground, you feel the warmth already as it like falls upon you. Yeah, you guys begin to awake. Is there anything anyone would like to do as they wake up? Kaya, you already being awake and on watch?
I like to think I restrung my bow just to make sure it's
Yeah?
tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys awake to... Go on.
Can I also get my other dagger now? I'm not really tired.
Yeah, you go and pick up your other dagger that flew out of your hands in the last fight. Yeah, you walk over to the temple wall, pick it up, place it back in its sheath. Yeah, and you turn around to see people begin to stir inside the clearing. People begin to wake up. Sheila will wake up and, still very tired looking, proceed into the temple and bring out some food. It's not much. Simple breads and cheese. Begins to put a pot. Begins to make like a big thing of porridge. Yeah. Simple things as people... Yeah. Still look a bit shaken, but relieved that the sun's out.
Yeah, I want to see this and then think porridge is a good idea. You know what's good with that? Forest fruits. So I want to go and explore for some fruits to bring back to put into people's meals.
Yeah, cool. Give me a survival check.
15. 12,
15?
sorry. What did that...
12.
No. Survival. Wait, why is it said +2? It's done persuasion, but I did press survival, which is a +5.
Is it +5, is it? We'll call it
so it's
15 then. Yeah, you go in, you find a blackberry bush and just pick it clean. Yeah, you come back with armfuls of blackberries, which you deposit onto the floor near the porridge and begin to like pop them into like people's porridge.
Look, Mr. and Mrs. Sorry, I didn't actually get your name. I knew your daughter a little bit. Yeah.
You see a small halfling man, elderly. He's got a big white moustache, slick back white hair, approached with a couple of empty bowls. Or you blue?
Oh, yes, sir. Sir, sorry. Yeah. Please have some of these.
Puts his, he puts one of the bowls down, holds out a little hand. Yeah, it was lovely to meet you. Everard.
Everard.
Sorry, Everard. Everard.
Everard.
Pickle's father.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet you too.
And poor circumstances. But
Yeah. It's not the best,
Pickle-
but...
Pickle
yeah.
did speak highly of you.
Well... Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, you know, we all miss her. But, you know, like she would want, we gotta keep on going.
That is true, and she would be like that. And he looks up at your face and smiles, and a little tear rolls down his cheek. She'd be doing this job. She'd be getting everyone together, and she'd be getting everything ready for people to eat, and she'd do a fine job.
Yeah, she would.
And he holds up his bowl for you to put some blackberries in the porridge.
I'll shove some extra in.
As you sort of like do that, he sort of like trying to hide it, like wipes the tear away. He goes, if you're when you come into town next, we'd love to have you over for some tea sometime.
Oh, yeah, sure, that'd be nice. Yeah.
If you're passing, and he takes the bowls to another halfling woman. She's got like blonde, going grey hair. Sat down, looking just a bit. The right word. Yeah, she's sort of not with it. Just looking very sad, a little bit, just a bit out of it. And he gently places one of the bowls in her hands, and she begins to sort of eat a couple of mouthfuls and then put it to one side as he tucks in. Yeah.
That's me.
Z wander over to Sheila.
Mhm.
Sheila, this is the second time that we've come across goblins and is quite potent magic users. Who in town would you say is the best person to go and talk to about the arcane arts? I don't like how we were so underprepared.
Well, there's a couple of, well, it's difficult to say. Definitely in town, Thanlaw would be your person to seek. He owns that bookshop. One of the council members. He's very clued up on the arcane arts. If it's something, maybe Arlo, Mr. Plainsail, he would certainly be able to help you. Either that or maybe some traders in town will be able to help you out. Although we use magic, it's more of a we don't really have a school of magic here, or a university or college of magic. It's sort of just kind of brought into Breeze, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I can assist in any way I can. Is there any particular questions you've got? Anything on?
Well, we saw some strange black mist smoke surround the hobgoblins, I think they were called. It seemed to make them more potent. I think it's best to know all of the information about a situation, about a person, and then we'll be able, if we come up against them again, we know how to handle the situation better, because it very nearly got us into trouble.
Well, it's like the conversation we had regarding your and he looks around to make sure he's out of earshot of everybody. The Pickles killer. We had a conversation about necrotic magic, schools of magic. If used correctly, you can, drain life away from something to restore it to something else that is in its purest form. When you tie that with a dark soul, it becomes a bit more dangerous. And guessing that's something got to do with it. But yeah, I've never come across it myself.
Okay, brilliant. Before we set off into town, is there anything else you need from us? Anything else you need us to do?
No, just make sure these people get home safe. Yeah.
As the conversation's drawing to an end, can I come up? I want to speak to Z and just explain everything, because obviously you heard everything that River said last night, but I don't think Blue did. So I just wanted to sort of go over, maybe we need to keep the Miley's thing from Blue, otherwise he might try and head back there to find a lost child. So we maybe need to protect this information from Blue for the time being, otherwise we might end up going backwards when we should be going forwards.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
This really is a coup.
I don't recommend. I mean, we're getting pretty close now. I don't recommend lying, but
No,
certainly
not
what he doesn't know won't hurt. Before you go, apologies if you feel like I sent you into trouble. I thought I was doing the right thing when I sent you to that tree.
No, it's fine. We all get caught off guard sometimes. It was just bad luck.
And I will hand over one of my 2 health potions to Saber.
Oh, thank you. I shall put it to good use.
I think keep this as for an emergency for yourself. We need you to stay up, otherwise we are all in trouble.
I'll work on it.
As you sort of your conversation draws to a close, you hear in the distance like clinking of armor, and boots begin to trudge. As you see, looking out of the glade, you can see a column of 16 soldiers walk up towards the glade. You see them sort of like step over the bodies or move the bodies of the goblins out of the way as they form like side by side, two by two, walking up towards the glade. You see River step out from between the trees, still clutching his side, walks forward and walks up to the first guard, who they're all carrying sort of like large shields that sort of like what's the shape? It's like a almost like a diamond, half diamond sort of shape, and all carrying spears. As he approaches, the 2 soldiers at the front move their spears to the same hands as their shield, salute him, and then stand to attention as he begins to talk to them. Give me a perception check.
Who?
Everyone.
Yay. Doing things. Oh. 8.
10,
17.
8, 17.
Sorry.
I use my passive instead.
No.
Rude. Fair enough.
Ooh. 17.
17.
Sorry.
Cool. Sabakaya, you hear like a few snippets of conversation between the guards as people begin to like move around you in the glades, noticing the soldiers. You hear like the obvious like get these people back safe. I'm gonna stick around and talk to Sheila. There's a bit of a conversation you missed, and then I'll meet you back at headquarters. Speak to the council later, is what you hear from the conversation between the guards. The guard then salutes him. You see River turn round, walk back towards the glade, raise his voice. Right, if everyone wants to gather stuff, Sergeant Lemry here will escort you guys back to Breeze. And he looks over at Yuzi. Will you be? Can you assist?
Yeah. We'll go with everyone. Make sure everyone gets back to Breeze. I think we all agree, don't we, guys?
Yeah. yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Is there any reason you sent me that in the chat?
The perception check.
No.
I think it was pressed twice and it's only just loaded sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, I've
I
got
pressed it
calm
on my
emotion.
phone.
Ah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, make sure you weren't trying to cast it or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Just
You see, River. Perfect. Okay. Apologies for last night. It should not have happened. It should not have occurred. Please, you have the full apologies of the Breeze Guard. It will not happen again, and we will make sure you get home safe. Over to Sergeant Lemry, and he steps aside. You see the sergeant walk up. Right, up you get. Everyone, gather your things. We're rolling out in 5 minutes. Yeah, quite. People start beginning to like hurriedly pack their things.
Yeah, it's punctual. I like this. Let's help the people that need help, I guess.
well, it's a bit aggressive.
Oh no, he's a
Maybe.
soldier, isn't he? It's impressive.
Well, yeah, but these people had a near-death experience last night.
Well, yeah.
Worked for us, but he shouldn't be shouting at them now.
I don't think
Bit
he's
of, you know.
shouting. He's just trying to make sure they're punctual. Oh, we've got to
Right.
get going. We want to keep, we've got a schedule. Let's stop arguing and just help the
All
little
right.
old diddies. Whoever
Okay,
needs it.
fine. All right. Sorry.
Do you need help? Are you okay? Do you want me to carry
no.
you? I could do a piggyback.
Oh, well, actually, yes.
Yeah, come on, hop on.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. And I will hop on Blue's back.
Yeah,
Cool.
2 heads are better than one, and we'll go and ask around to see who needs help. With Saber on my back.
Kaya, I'm on our way back to Breeze. I'm going to call in at Arlo's. I've got a couple of things that I want him to have a look at for me, and I want to ask him about these goblins. He seems to be one of the better people to ask. Do you want to come with me?
Yes, happy to do that. Come with you.
Excellent.
What things do you want him to look at?
That armor that the hobgoblins had on.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to have a look. I just want to make sure that it's safe. And I've got these two halbards that seem quite special as well. So I just wanted to have a look at it.
That seems very sensible to me.
Amazing. As you sort of having this conversation, you see Saber jump on Blue's back. And they begin
Team
to go
sensible and
around.
team not sensible.
You seem to walk around the clearing, trying to help people, but being more of a hindrance to help. Yes, Sergeant Lamoury. Will you two stop dicking around and get ready? We're moving out. Yeah.
Well, you can't be talking to us. We're double efficient right here, right?
We're twice as quick.
Look,
right
we're
now.
even taller than I used to be.
Yeah. We can see further.
Right? All of these advantages he's not thinking of. Alright, I'm on your side. Who does this guy think he is?
He shouts at you, but sort of quickly loses interest as he begins to like count people out of the glade, and sort of just loses interest in you two. As you guys,
We're carrying big things.
Pack up your things. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like whatever's, we're doing stuff like this.
I mean,
guy.
these guys, the people who attended the funeral weren't carrying objects. They would just bring themselves and their clothes. They didn't really. There's no carts.
They
or
are
any,
objects.
Like, heavy materials.
I'm carrying Mother and Father Pickle, or whoever is in reach.
And me on his back, and he's got
Your
one of them.
taxi is here, my lady and my lord. We have entertainment just above.
You see, Everard looks at you, looks at the like the sergeant, looks at you, leans in a little bit. Goes, I wouldn't mess around if I was you. He seems a bit cross.
Oh, don't worry. We like to have fun over here. He's not going to hurt anyone. Don't you worry. He's just another little puppy.
I think we'll be okay. As he helps his wife off the ground, sort of he sort of does that whole like takes her left hand and puts his arm round her shoulders and sort of like escorts her out towards the entrance to the clearing. Thank you though, and sort of like walks around you.
It's all right. Well, we get in line. We're doing what he wants as well. Like we're not lollygagging.
No.
You guys proceed to exit the glade. Everyone is sort of like paired up, so it's sort of like you're walking in twos, with guards walking on the outside.
And there are two guards that are also piggybacking that we could pair up with, right?
No. They sort of leave you at the end of the column to do your own thing as these guys begin to like.
We're an Overwatch.
Sort of like a. Yeah, so you've got like two people walking side by side, and then you've got a guard on either side, but going down the column. So they're not next to everybody.
We should do orbits. We should do orbits of the just to make sure we're doing it properly.
Yeah, well, we'll see what pace these guys are going, and if not, I can long strider us and give us a little bit of a boost.
We should definitely do orbits.
Right, we're going to orbit.
You see,
should we be keeping up morale as well, or?
Yes, you can sing if you like.
It's not what I said, but I think you should tell them about your god, because I'm curious as well.
Oh, you could tell them about Castor Biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't do push-ups, he pushes the world down.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys are having this conversation, two of the guards peel off with River, stay with Sheila, begin to sort of like pack things down inside the glade and help tidy up. They begin to start straighten the temples. You guys all leave. I'll put you back onto the main map. Can I first of all have a Constitution saving throw from Blue, please?
Yeah. Ooh, do we inspire that? Yeah. Yeah, we'll inspiration that. That's worse. That's a 5.
Okay. You begin to try and do laps. They're not walking at the column's not walking at a fast pace, but you begin to try and do laps. You do one lap, and
I believe we called them
Blue.
Obits.
Oh, sorry. You do one orbit of the column. Blue, you're knackered.
One.
That was very good. This column's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
It's quite a few. Hey, maybe, do you mind taking over for one?
Yep. All right. I'll run my new weight here.
Oh, well, no, I've got to get on you as well, right? So, okay. It's not really
All
a
right,
purchase on here. Okay.
Your legs are too long, mate.
I'll dangle.
So his feet like dragging. Right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go.
well, and I'm gonna try and drag him around, I guess.
Cool. Can I have a athletics check straight away, Saber?
Okay, cool. This is gonna go really well. Athletics.
Not 20.
is, 13.
13. You're managing to keep Blue on your back. It's heavy. You're wearing chainmail armor as well, and all your kit, plus Blue's. Blue, he's a big guy, and all of his kit.
Yeah.
As you guys begin to walk down the column, it takes you longer to go round the column than it did with Blue because you're like only just going faster than the column.
It's
as you
quick on
guys
the
do your
way
first
down.
orbit.
Like we're opposite them. But yeah, coming back up, it's a bit more of a slog.
Yeah. Can I have a Constitution saving throw from Saber now?
Yeah. Sure.
My pets are falling down here, mate.
Hold him up then. No. Yeah. Oh, that's a 9.
A 9. You sing, you do one orbit, get to the end, get to back to where you started, and are knackered.
Brilliant. I don't think this was a good idea, if I'm honest now. Because I dropped Blue as well. I just want to just
Yeah.
shove that out of him.
Yeah, Blue. Also, your sandals that you're wearing,
no.
completely scuffed up.
Oh. Well,
The front of them are completely wrecked from being dragged, and you can just hear the scraping in the gravel as you walk down. guys-
As we're walking out, could I try and pick up any tracks of where the hobgoblins and goblins came from?
Yeah, of course. Give me a survival check.
Do I get advantage for Faith, Fiend, or Undead?
No.
Oh, ooh. That would be an 11.
11. As you sort of walk down this path, it goes from like the path from the temple down to the main road is very like gravelly dirt track, which is fairly it's dried out a little bit, but you get the odd footprints from like the soldiers. As you get to the main road, as you joins back to the main road, it is just washed with tracks. You can't discern one from another. It's rained very hard overnight, and because of all the people that have walked up this road now, it's very difficult for you to see it. Hudging a hunch would suggest that they probably came from sort of the east. Like obviously they came east, but you're not sure how they got here. Temple, just for your benefit, is sort of hang on here. So the track would take you sort of from here down to the main road.
Yeah.
In that direction.
So once we get to the main road, are you going south there, Z? I assume the rest of us are going to head straight up towards the dock. It's like they're going to get the main group up towards the docks once they hit the main road. It's the closest
so,
entrance to town.
so Z will say to Saber and Blue exactly what is said to Kaya. Guys, I think by the time we get to the main part, I think these people will be safe enough to get back to Breeze. I'm going to go and give Arlo a visit. You're welcome to come with me. If not, I'll meet you back at the Cod Inn.
Well, I think we should stick together for now, because we don't know when the next attack might come.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you said, you don't want us really leaving too far. What if we don't see each other again? Like Castor.
Or Castor's coming back.
Well, I've not seen him. So yeah, let's keep the people that are here together.
Oh, you can trust in Tia. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I've not met him, so I don't know. I've met you, and I somewhat trust you. So
I appreciate it.
yeah.
I think we should all stick together.
Cool. The column walks up towards the crossroads from Arlo's museum up to here. As the column goes to go left, you guys sort of drop back. Ra turns around to look at you. You not coming?
Oh, I think we're heading to
Sorry, I missed
the
that.
museum.
Ra, as you guys sort of hold back as the column sort of walks, Ra turns to you. Are you not coming back to Breeze? He looks at all of you. If you've all sort of stopped.
Nah, we're just going to pop down to Arlo's for a quick one.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll meet you back at the Cod Inn then. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah,
sort of,
stay safe.
yeah, you too. And goes to shake your hand, but like do the like clasping of forearms.
Yeah.
Shakes your hand, Saber, and sort of turns round. Does like a whole shakes your hand. Does a complete turn round to the other shoulder. Looks over his shoulder. Well, see you later, Z. And wanders off up the track, following the column, leaving you guys.
That's cold.
Leaves you guys at the crossroads to Arlo's mansion.
Okay. Well, Z starts walking towards the museum.
Cool. As you round the corner and walk up the path, you see the iron fence. Guard stood there in the crystal-like armor. Stood there as you approach. Nods his head towards you. Who's first approaching?
I was going to walk up and say, tell Arlo the Wayfarers are here.
Unfortunately, Arlo is indisposed at this present time.
Well, we're his Battleforge team. He's going to want to talk to us. Could you try again?
That may be the case, but he is indisposed and was asked not to be disturbed.
Is he here?
Give me an insight check, Blue.
Oh, it's good. 21.
You see the guard's eyes look over at you and do the whole like up and down as he says out of his mouth, I cannot confirm or deny if Mr. Plainsale is in.
Well, Mr. Plainsale has asked us to come and speak to him as soon as anything happens to that thing that she is wearing. So we need to go and speak to him now.
That's right.
Okay.
It's not untrue, yes.
You should try again, young man.
Just bear with me one moment. and you see his face just drop, as in like loses all emotion as he stares into the sky, and then looks around. Arlo will be expecting you, and stands aside, waves his arm, and you see the gate just melts and leaves this big, nice opening for you to walk up. Cool.
Hand on the shoulder
You
as
pass.
you walk in.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
As you pass, you see that like as you get close, you see these long lawns, like the giant chessboard. These flowers appear like beautiful gardens as you walk up. The only difference between here and the last time you visited is there is a number of large wagons with cargo crates and lots of different like shaped boxes. There's lots of like wooden caravans, like with roofs and things, with each with what look like jail cells on the windows, like the iron bars. A number of dwarves are surrounding these carts and beginning to put boxes onto these different carts as you sort of approach the main front doors. You see, as you sort of approach, you see Arlo step out. He's wearing a commode, the silk like. It's not commode. That's what you sit on to use the loo.
Kimono.
Kimono. Yeah, that's it. He's wearing like a silk dark red with like a large green dragon on the back, as he's like wearing this thing over his clothes, and he's like ordering people around. Be very careful with that. That will explode if you drop it. As they walk past, as he like you see these dwarves placing things on. He looks up. Kaya! Opens his arms wide.
Arlo.
How is it?
It's good. He's not taking anybody's magic since something.
Oh, that's excellent. Please come in. I've prepared a little bit of food and a little bit of drink if you would like to follow me. And claps his hands together.
You weren't bothered by any goblins last night, then?
No goblins here. No, just these dwarves doing my absolute heading. Would you be careful? As you see some some dwarves carrying a load of silverware in their arms. Yeah.
Have they done anything? It looks like they're doing a very good job.
As you sort of walk into the museum, I'll bring the map up. Just bear with me. Oh, look, it's got a caster on here from last time.
My little heart.
Just that's ready, you guys.
So, where are you heading to, Arlo?
I've chartered a boat.
You have. You're going to take everything with you?
Well, I'm not going to leave it here for people to pilfer. Please, come in. As he rushes you into the this long dining room with the large fireplace at the back. There is like a selection of like small cakes and sandwiches on the table, and large. There's a large teapot and loads of mugs, and there is like a large decanter of what looks like. A large decanter of wine on the with a few glasses on there. So please come in, and he begins to shut the two double doors to this room, this dining room. Please sit, sir. And yeah, so I've managed to charter myself a ship back to the mainland. Thank you for your news that I can return.
Z will dump the black armor and the two halberds on the table in front of the seat that I think he's going to go and sit in.
Cool. You take that out, put it in front of the head of the table, as he's having this conversation with Kaya. Yes, and it's all thanks to you and your party that I've been able to charter myself. Ooh. Have you bought me a present, Z? Is this for me?
No.
Oh.
At all, not at all. This, and then Z then proceeds to download everything that happened last night. I'll say it if you wish me to, but
Cool.
I'm more than. We need to know how to fight these things, because this is not going to be the last time that we come up against these. We very nearly, some of us very nearly perished last night. Do you have anything that can help us?
Ponders for a moment. Wasn't there a dwarf with you? I could use him. We could maybe talk to the other dwarves and get them to be a bit more careful with my belongings.
Castor's been taken on another journey.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, yes, let me see. So you've got a piece of breastplate. I've never seen this before. As he sort of picks it up. Z, just for everyone aware, is when you place these things on the table, they made no noise.
All three of them?
All three of them made no noise.
Right, okay.
Does the staff of the weapon and not just the tip?
Oh, yes, sorry. So placing the armor down makes no noise whatsoever. As you drop the halberds on, if they hit tip first, the tip makes no noise, and then the end of the wooden part of the halberd would, but the actual metal coming into contact with anything doesn't make any sound at all. As Arlo picks up the chess piece, it's all it's almost like if you were to hang this on a wall and stare at it, it would look like there's a hole in the wall into blackness. That's the sort of thing you get. It's almost like you can only see an outline of this piece of armor. It's sort of like you can't even tell if it's made of scale or if it's what it just looks like one piece of armor as he picks it up and examines it.
Like a
this is
graphical
strange.
error.
I've never seen. Sorry?
Like a graphical error, just like a space or something.
Yeah, it's almost like you missing something on a map. Like there's just the black hole. Tell you what it's like. You've seen that paint? You can paint that the super thick, the super black paint. It's if you're not aware, have a look. It
absorbs the light around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's. That's the sort of thing you're looking at. And he picks it up because it feels like glass, but and he flicks it with his finger. There's no noise. Wow. Well, maybe I could. How much do you want for this?
It's not for sale, Arlo.
Are you sure? Is it? Are you gonna wear it?
Possibly. I need to know more information about it. One of us will wear it.
Everyone, as you're having this conversation, and including you, Z, everyone give me a perception check.
No,
Nope.
7.
11.
15.
15. Saber. These three, as Z and Arlo are having this conversation, the armor is getting larger. And when I say it's getting larger in proportion with Arlo as he's holding it. The bottom section of this armor is presenting to protrude out as if to cover the belly of its wearer or this person holding it. The armor, it seems to be growing, making no noise. It's just expanding.
Right.
So, you're sure you don't want to sell this to me? I'd love it to have it. It'd be lovely.
new collection. And you did destroy my other sets of armor, if you remember rightly. And he looks over at you, Kaya. So maybe you could let this go for a fair price. I'm just saying.
No, you're welcome to one of the halberds. You're not having the armor, Arlo.
Puts it back on the table. Saber, you watch it begin to shrink. I'll tell you what, I'll do you a favor because we're good friends now and we've obviously got some business dealings together, and he points at you, Kaya, I do want to hear about after this. If I can identify these objects, you'll let me have a halberd.
Yes, deal.
Maybe 2 halberds?
One.
One and I can buy the other?
Blue, do you want this halberd?
Well, I don't really want to hit anyone, ever. I just do it because we have to. So, I mean, I don't really use my... Oh shit, I didn't get my fucking quarterstaff off Dan. Oh yeah, I might
So
have to
you
have
need
it.
a weapon.
Yeah, I might have to have it.
Okay. You can have the halberd if you identify them. Everything that I bought you.
Oh, give me a minute
Right.
as well, I can try.
I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Which is
Okay.
a while.
Yeah.
Correct.
You can. As you begin to like try and cast it, begin to like. Arlo looks at you because, well, I can cast Identify and it'd be a lot quicker if you. Or I can let you do it. It's up to you.
I'm doing it anyway, shut up.
Well, I guess. And Arlo just reaches in front of you and grabs the decanter of wine and begins to pour himself a glass, and then leans back in his chair. Yeah.
I don't know how long it takes.
Takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, alright. Well, 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
As you're
You can
doing
do his
that,
too.
he turns to you, Kai. Yes. What's happened? Like, what cool things has the amulet done?
Oh, well, I guess it probably alerted me to the fact that somebody was scrying on either me or it. You know, that was kind of helpful. Then it did this thing where I was gonna miss this arrow that I was shooting, and it did this really cool thing where it made the arrow turn round and hit, but then it did hurt me at the same time when it did that. So I'm not sure that's something we really want to be encouraging it to do. And then other than that, I guess when I was asleep, it sort of maybe put a force fieldy shieldy thing around me, but I couldn't. But I don't really know. You know, it's not like we've had much time to really study it in depth yet. It's only been a couple of days.
It sounds like it's sentient.
A little, but
As he
but that wouldn't make
swirls the
much
wine.
sense because he wouldn't let Saber touch me whilst I was sleeping, and I don't distrust Saber, so I just thought I would also trust Saber. I don't know.
Maybe it's only loyal to you and disregards everything around you.
Perhaps.
Seems like it can bend matter if it can make an arrow move, or maybe it's telekinetic. You see, he
Do you
begins to
think
swirl
there's
his.
any way I can try? What should I do to try and get better control of it? Because obviously at the moment it's not that useful if it doesn't really listen to me.
You hear the crackling of the flames as he ponders it and swirls the wine in his glass before, like, necking half a glass of wine. Maybe you should just try and focus on allowing it to work before you try to control it. I mean, it's not done anything bad as such. The arrow, I mean, if it hurt you afterwards, maybe it was like an eye for an eye sort of deal.
Right.
I have heard of other objects that do that.
allow you to bend matter to your will, but obviously you've got to pay a price. It's as if it's any magic. Any magic is you need to pay a price for using it.
Well, of course.
Maybe. Blue,
I think I've got it.
Blue's eyes are completely white. Just no pupils, as you can now see a spectrum of magical colours. Arlo is shining like a fucking light bulb. All over him are magical items. Kaya's chest is just like staring into the sun from this amulet. As like you look around, you see other magical items in the room. You look at the objects on the table.
Mm-hmm.
The halberds are glowing purple, and so is the armor. But it's a very dark purple. And it's very hard to discern where the black starts and where the purple starts, as it's sort of swirling around. Just to be crystal clear, it's illusionary magic and necrotic.
Right,
Two
so
schools of
just
magic
to be
you pick off these
clear,
items.
it's like it's purpley magic. It's like, but black as well.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah,
to
to everyone. Yeah. That's what it is. Some purpley black magic there.
Cool. Thanks,
Yep.
Blue.
I realise now, saying it out loud, that doesn't actually give the information that we would want. So maybe if Mr. Plainsail, you wouldn't mind to identify these things. Saying yes 10 minutes ago.
Are you sure you're done?
No, I'm fine. Yeah. No, thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm
He
sorry.
stands up, takes the armor off the table, puts it on the floor behind him, behind his table, behind his seat. Puts it at the floor. Does a little flourish with his hand and points down upon it and just says, "Identify." Give me an Arcana check, everyone that's here. Just a straight Arcana. This is just for background stuff, really.
Ooh, that's good. Arcana 9. Do I get any Fey Fiend or Undead?
No.
No, 19.
19?
18.
18? 2? 7. Okay, Blue Z, you've seen this spell cast before. Identify spell. Normally will it can either be told out loud, like a voice in everyone's heads, if it's like cast at a high enough level, or it will just the person will find out what the information is. But you've never seen this happen before. As the floor begins to catch fire, but not red fire, black fire. It bursts up around the armor, and as quick as it happens, as Arlo leans backwards, the fires die down, leaving that sigil that you've seen before
Again.
burned into the floor. In all of your heads, you can hear. It sounds like somebody's rasping voice, twisted with some sort of serpent, as it begins to just in your heads. Arlo clutches his ears as you guys hear this in your head. That symbol then glows dark purple on the armor, and then the armor collapses to the floor. Everything is silent.
Did I recognise the language?
Give me a history check. Anyone can do this.
Yeah, going for it as well.
Fey Fiend or Undead?
Yeah, you can use it. Oh,
Yay. No, it didn't help. History 14.
Also 14.
7.
7, 5. Kaya, Z, you're pretty sure this is Abyssal?
I know Abyssal.
Ah.
Pretty sure then.
Z.
Very sure.
In your head, then, you hear these words. Seek out the one true ruler.
Hang on.
I'll copy this into the group chat in a second.
Thank you.
So it's seek out the one true ruler, ruler of the black, ruler of the void, ruler of all things in shadow. Destroy the light, the flames of the false, so he can reward you with immortality.
Okay, so Z will
Anyone
then...
else who can understand Abyssal will also hear those words.
So Z will turn around to the group. Did everyone else hear that?
Yeah, that weird, like,
Just a-
kissing.
Load of mumbo jumbo, weren't it?
It was, yes.
Z will then dictate it word for word in Abyssal back to everyone.
In Abyssal.
In Abyssal.
Well,
That
you
still makes
just
no
hiss it
sense.
again.
And then...
Can't understand you.
And then translate.
Oh, okay. I get you now.
It's an unusual language, Z.
That was Abyssal.
No.
Ruler of the
How did you come
black.
to know such a language?
It was taught to me by my adoptive mother.
Oh. I didn't know you were adopted.
I didn't know you had a mother.
Everyone has a mother, Blue. Some
But what?
lucky ones have two.
Was she kind to you?
Kind but strong. She was a good woman. She is a good woman.
Well, she taught you Abyssal.
As well as many other things, Blue. As well as many other things.
We'll have to
Like
learn more
what?
about that one day.
Have I ever heard that phrase before?
No.
No. Okay.
As you sort of like having this discussion, Arlo takes his hands off his head. What the fuck was that? Look at my carpet! Oh, fucking thing.
Well, look at our items.
So
What did you do to them?
I didn't. I just tried to figure out what it was. You owe me for a new carpet.
is
You always
the
trust in your
armor
eyes.
still in the same shape, just fallen over?
Yep, same shape. It's just falling over. Well, I say same shape. It's shrunk to its original size and is now fallen over on its.
Sorry,
its back.
same condition.
Yeah. What the fuck that was? It's obviously cursed. I'm not gonna. That's something I can't do. Take the curse away. It's obviously cursed, but.
Do you know what was the curse? What is the curse? Do you know?
Well, I'm not sure because curses on curses it becomes a difficult thing to figure out. But obviously, it's cursed to do that every time someone tries to figure out what it does. You could just remove the curse. That would be easy enough to do. Just find a good cleric. Well, I say that it's finding a good cleric. But you could take the curse away. Lovely thing to put on a stand, maybe in a museum.
No. And I mean, Z, you had
You
a
could
curse
give it as a
recently,
going
right?
away. I could take it off your hands. Not a curse. You don't want a cursed object around with you. You fine fellow. I could store it safely in a museum.
Well, your going away present was supposed to be you betting on us to win, which we did. Did you not make a healthy sum off that? That was an easy win for you there.
I may have partaked.
Well, there we go. Like, did we not do you proud?
You did do us proud. I suppose you did.
Thank you.
Well, I'll let you off the carpet, but please, just let me have it. Look at that. It's here.
Listen, maybe a trade or something, but we've already
Z
given you
walks
one of the
over to
weapons.
the armor and puts it on.
You put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just looks like another investment.
You pick it
to
up.
me.
Takes a couple of seconds. It takes a couple of seconds to like as it reshapes as you're holding it, and you slide the armor on. Nothing happens for 10-15 seconds as Arlo begins to still having this conversation with Blue.
So look how good she looks now.
Not
that she didn't look great.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw from Z, please?
Mm-hmm.
The wisest of us all.
Nope. Oh yes, 18.
18. Cool. Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay. Right. Do you feel any different at all, Z?
Do I feel any different?
Do you feel any different? Because that armor's weird, mate. And I'm just.
It is purple.
It's Blue said it's purple, and it's an unusual type of magic, if you ask me.
It's not one of the. It's not one of the primary colours.
It's certainly.
Can Z walk around? Just do laps of the table.
Cool.
Orbits,
as you begin
please.
to move, you begin to orbit the table. The rest of you notice Z doesn't seem to be making any sound. It's the footsteps don't. Z's boots are by now quite renowned in your group as the heaviest feet in the group.
Wow.
Now the caster has definitely gone.
Wow.
Just the footsteps. I mean, Blue, you're not wearing boots. You're wearing sort of sandally type shoes.
I'm wearing skin. I'm just saying I'm bigger than them, but I don't know.
But if you think
all right, I'll
of it
let
this
you
way,
off.
you're kind on nature. You're quite, although you're quite a large guy, you're quite light-footed.
You're a bit light on your feet.
Whereas Z is, I would assume, would be more of a trudger through of just fuck it, it's got to be done sort of thing. So her boots are quite renowned on the floor.
Okay, you've complimented me
as you
enough.
walk around the
It's
table.
fine. I love my light feet, I guess. Thank you.
Your footsteps make no noise as you walk around the table.
Oh wow.
Well, there you go, Blue. You can be the heaviest again now.
Well, no, you sound pretty light on your feet over there, see? Well, is it actually you don't sound at all? It's kind of weird.
So the armor makes you quiet then.
And it's not doing anything else. You don't feel any adverse effects.
Do I feel anything?
Any different?
No.
That's nice.
Now, what's in this room?
It's sort of like a collection of. There's one of the suits of armor in the corner of the room. One of these elven glass sets of just empty armor. The room is pretty sparse of trinkets and things like that. There's a large bookshelf at the end, which is just full of books. A fireplace at the other side. This dining room table, large table full of sandwiches, cakes, wine, tea.
Food fire.
Can I make my way to the fire so that I am behind Arlo?
Yep. Yeah, so you just step behind Arlo. Yeah.
That's it. I'll just look into the fire for a bit. Sorry.
You stand close to the fire, or just like
Leaning
putting your
over
hand
it.
on the top of the leaning
Yeah,
on
just
the fire.
just leaning on the mantelpiece.
Yeah.
Brooding.
Yeah. No light is reflected off the armor.
Okay. Right. So Arlo didn't tell you anything about what this armor would do, or anything
He
like that.
leans closer to you, Saber, like looks over his shoulder at Z and look. I wouldn't have done that if I was hurt. Cursed objects, tricky business. But no, it didn't tell me anything about the item.
Right.
Well, it told me about the item. That's all
When
I'm saying.
when I catch Arlo is talking to Saber, can I creep up behind him?
Yeah,
Yes.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
yeah. Give me a stealth check. You can roll it with advantage.
Oh, if only I. Yeah.
Yes, 2 natural ones.
Ow.
Cool. You
That's incredible.
you step forward completely silently, but catch your foot on the edge of the rug and just fall flat on your face. Arlo turns around. You okay? As you guys watch Z do it, when Z falls and lands on the floor, you hear Z's head hit the floor, but no, like you hear the clunk of a head, like of a head smashing into the floor, but you don't hear the armor hit the floor.
Right. This armor's making you very quiet, and it's a bit spooky. Ow.
Z will pick herself back up and
You're right there, Z. It's not helped you with your grace at all, has it?
no, it hasn't. I think this might be good for you, Saber.
I don't know what else it does, and this guy has just told me cursed items are a tricky business.
Yeah, but the hobgoblins seemed to be okay, didn't they?
Well, right up until we killed them, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't this armor that killed them. It was my sword.
Right. I think I'd like to know a bit more about it first.
Okay, I'll hang on to it until then.
I don't even know if it's going to let you take it off.
Can I try and take it off?
Yeah, you certainly can. Can I have another wisdom saving throw from you?
Uh, 11.
Amazing. Saber, you say, "Oh, I don't even know if it'll let you take it off." Z, you go, and you try, like you touch the armor, and then your hands just fall to your sides.
Just fall to my side and I can't move them, or just they
No,
return?
you forget about the whole idea of taking this off.
Right, okay. Yeah, I reckon this could be good for you, Saber.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you take it off then? I'll try it on.
Okay.
Z, you go okay, and then just stare into the fire again.
Groundhog Day.
Z, have you thought about maybe taking that armor off?
Boy, do you want it?
I think it worked best for me, mate. Could you have a go?
Can I try and take it off?
For the remainder of this day,
Loop.
I will give you this at OC because it will go around circles. For the remainder of this day, you will not be able to take that armor off. You physically will not be able to take that armor off.
Okay.
You physically.
And every time you think about taking it off, you're immediately distracted by something else in the room.
Squirrel.
Or your response would be something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I'll get round to it."
Yeah, I tell you what, Saber. I'll hang on to it for a minute and see if I can find out any more information about it, and then you can have it.
Sounds good, Z. That's a great plan. Did everyone else in the room see this happening? Were they
Oh,
watching?
100%.
The car was watching it. It was pretty hard to miss.
Brilliant. Good. All right. We probably need to keep an eye on
That
Z in
is
this armor.
no, that is a good one to keep in the old back pocket. You know.
Right. Can I ask Arlo if he's got any feelings on these like goblins or hobgoblin attacks or anything else?
Well, strange. Hobgoblins is a strange one. We've not seen many of them around these parts for a long time. To be fair, a lot of people thought they were extinct.
Well, we found two of them.
Yeah. What concerns me about that the most, though, is the fact their bodies just, you say, turn to ash?
Yeah.
Moss as well afterwards.
It was a weird moldy sort of fungus thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have burnt them.
Well, they were already burnt. They were ash.
Well, yeah, but then they
And then
weren't
they were
ash.
moss. Yeah, but everything regrows with life, you know.
Not okay, Blue. Thank you.
It's all right.
Yes.
Your friendly neighbourhood druid over here.
It's a strange predicament. Looks over at Z over his shoulder. Saber,
Yeah.
keep an eye on Z.
Yeah.
Turning to ash isn't a good sign if you catch my drift.
Yeah, but we don't know that it was the armor that caused that.
True. Very true.
But we will be keeping an eye on Z, of course.
What about the halberd, Arlo? What can you tell us about that?
Well, I can try.
Yeah.
Does he want to hit the carpet first?
Do it in the same spot.
Well, I think we'll move the carpet out the way. He goes and stands next to Z.
Maybe Theodore could pull out
looks
a
at-
tarp or something.
Looks at Saber and Blue. Just gestures.
Yes, please continue.
Would you mind rolling back the carpet?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I thought you had.
will.
I thought you already had some help.
Yes, but they're busy. I don't know. They're packing.
Well, I'll tell you what. You take the very corner, and we'll go either side of you, Arlo, and we'll do it as a team.
Then it'll be plain sailing
Okay.
after that.
Give me an insight check, Blue.
Yeah. Thank you for laughing so long. Insight. That's not good. 8.
Hey, loved it. He produces a spirit, like a corporeal form of a hand that floats down to pick up the corner of the carpet.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I guess you're doing your bit. Go on then.
Cool. You two roll back the carpet. Kaya, wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Wisdom saving throw. That'll be a 21.
Nice.
Cool. You have the feeling somebody's watching you.
Watching me or watching the necklace?
Watching you.
Cool.
In fact, you lock eyes with the person across the table.
Hello. Hi, Kaya.
Somebody sat in that seat. They're staring at you. You can't see them. There's nobody there. Just to be clear, there's nobody there. But you lock on. You feel like you're locking eyes with somebody across the table.
Can I
And
grab hold of the necklace and almost try and like pull them?
yeah, Blue, Saber, you're rolling back the carpet. Kaya, you grab the necklace. Arlo looks at you as you grab the necklace. Saber and Blue, you hear them. He go, "Oh, is something happening?" As Kaya is deadlocked with somebody at eye level across the table. There's nobody there. I want to make this perfectly clear.
I have detect magic up.
Cool. There's for you, Blue. Nobody's there.
Fuck you. Okay, fair.
Just to like make that crystal clear, nobody is there. Kaya, as you grab the necklace, you hear the dripping words of a woman in the back of your mind, and all they say is "Found you," and that's all you hear in the back of your mind's eye. Arlo walks across the table, picks up the halberd, puts it on the floor, begins to identify. This time, nothing happens in terms of like there's no emblem burnt into the floor. There's no speech from the abyss. There's no like dripping words that come out. All that happens is the halberd shudders for a moment on the floor, and then ceases to stop shuddering. Arlo goes, "Ah, well, that was a bit easier." So it's cursed, but I know what it is this time.
Okay.
So it will steal your magic if you wield it, but it will also grant you the ability to cast silence.
When you say steal your magic, how do you mean that?
Not sure. But it will steal your magic. It won't steal all your magic, but it will steal some of your magic.
Do you think that's the same for the armor?
Maybe.
What if your
Maybe.
magic is blood?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it steals your blood. I don't know, but it definitely will steal your magic.
Do you
So
know,
you
I
need to
thought-
get you some orange juice.
I thought you were an expert in this field, Arlo. But thank you for your help.
Yes, thank you for trying.
After the insult.
Is the
Yeah, it's
emblem
fair.
still on the floor underneath the
Oh,
carpet?
emblem's
or is
burnt
it-
through the carpet onto the floor. Yeah, it's burnt into the
Right.
wood.
Good.
Cool. A lot of things are happening. Saber, he looks at you with great disgust. It's. You've really insulted this man.
Well, we only asked for a simple
How?
identify spell.
How dare you?
Yes, I get that quite a lot.
How dare you come into my home and after me giving you what you asked for, return it as if I did not do my job properly?
I'll stand in front of Arlo with the halberd and say, "Do you want this?"
Well, a deal is a deal.
And I hand it over to him.
He takes it. He steps over, puts it in the hands of the suit of armor, which literally reach out, take the spear off of him, and put it like stand back in attention, go immobile.
Blue, do you want this other one?
Yeah. Sure, please. Thank you.
Okay. I hand the other halberd over to blue. Sorry, that wasn't me cutting in trying to ruin your fun. That was me trying to stop Arlo having a go at Saber.
No, yeah, I think it helped.
Yep. Love it. I'm just gonna fade into the background of the whole group at the minute and avoid Arlo.
As he's sort of like handing the spear to the thing, you can hear him muttering to himself, "Come into my house and insult me like that. I am doing my utmost best. It was the best identifier I've ever cast. Just because the item's
I'll
cursed
try and
and
change his attitude with a different bit of conversation. Just
So you said you're headed back to the mainland. Where is that for you?
Well, back home, I guess. I haven't seen the outside world for a while.
And home is where? Sorry,
I'll tell you, 2 seconds.
is it like Flack Island or Grink Island?
It's Bulaf.
Bolaf. Not sure if I've heard that one, but yeah, it's Maine, sure. So you're heading back there, and in when is that? Sorry.
Well,
Like
as
soon
soon
as
as I can. Well, I've chartered a ship. It should only be a matter of days now for it to arrive. And
And are
fingers
you ever
crossed,
to
I can
come
get all this
back?
packed up. Pardon?
Are you ever coming back?
Oh God, no!
Okay.
Please don't take this with offence, but I've been here for years, trapped on this island. I've seen every corner of this place.
No, you're lucky. I mean, we've been here for days, and the corners we've seen are pretty miserable, to be honest. Apart from one little nice, lovely little village, you know, it's just a perfect little spot. I would love to return there one day. It's got a little tavern and this cute little, just some children. Delilah and Sam. Don't even need to look the names up. I know them. Would never die. Pretty sure they're immortal, at least in my mind. But yeah, no. Apart from that, the corners of this place I've seen is awful.
Arlo, have you got confirmation that your homeland is expecting you?
Well, not
We-
as yet, but
We
takes a
sent
while
that.
for these
We,
messages.
yeah, we sent that letter for you. Have you had confirmation that someone's received it?
Well, obviously not. It takes a long time especially for somebody to send a message to the Bulaf. It's a long way. But the
Okay.
ship will be here soon.
Fair enough. Okay. Airship?
No. No, there's nowhere to dock. You need a special dock, and I haven't got time to build one. We'll use a normal sailing ship.
Right. Well, we're staying at the Cod Inn. Please just send word before you go. We'll come and wave you goodbye.
Well, I'm sure I can put together something. Maybe we'll have a do or something as a goodbye. Some of you will be getting invitations, and obviously we'll get you one for your dwarven friend as well.
Were
you,
invitations
that's-
aboard your ship?
No, to the party before I go. We'll have a
Oh.
meeting, you see. We'll have a nice little get together. No offense, but probably not the Cod Inn. On the shadier side of things.
No.
I prefer to keep everything above board.
That's fine. Well, I tell you what, Arlo, we've troubled you and kept you for long enough. How about we leave you to the rest of your day? And unless anyone else has got anything,
A quick
Guys,
one.
you want to sort
would we
out?
maybe be would passage on your ship be a thing that you would maybe allow? Not saying that we do want it, but just if it was an option.
Well,
We could pay or work our way. Obviously. And like you say, we've done you a good deed, and we very much appreciate your sponsor. So we'd love to see your investment followed through, sort of thing. It would still be able to give you messages with Kaya to give reports on her item of yours, I believe, would be a thing that you would like, sir. Thank you. Please.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to set sail with me, it'd be. Suppose we could. There might
Oh,
be
nothing
room.
set in stone, but it was just nice to see if we had the option.
Well,
But I appreciate that. Thank you.
well, we'll see. I'll make sure your invitations are popped into the post.
Do
Kaya,
you know what day it is? Sorry, that you're leaving, or is it just whenever the ship arrives?
well, it's whenever the ship arrives, when we get loaded, probably we'll have a nice knees up before I go.
Okay, sounds good. Sorry, please continue.
As you sort of stand up and begin to leave, Kaya, we got a moment?
Fire is not listening. She's just staring, kind of like pale as anything, like all the blood draining from her face, just like panicked, just still staring up the space. Not
He looks over at the rest of you leaving, sort of waves, and a sort of spectral hand floats in front of your face. Hello?
And yeah, I guess.
Proprietor
snap out of
Kaya.
it and just yeah,
Inspiration.
give yourself inspiration.
Thanks, guys. I'll use it in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, thanks. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, sorry, Arlo. What do you need?
Oh, I just want a quick word with you before away from prying ears, and glares at you, Saber.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just racist, man. Jeez. Take
I
something
will
over
like to
Well,
point out
elves. How is
he's
that
also an
racist?
elf.
Nah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Not a variant though.
As you guys leave, he pulls you to one side, Kaya. Something happened then, didn't it?
Possibly. It's hard to say.
Make sure you jot these down. And he produces a notebook. It is olive skinned on the outside. The rings are bound with almost like metal key rings down the side of it.
Binder.
It's not like it's like a small notebook,
It's a Filofax.
like that.
Yeah.
It's like a small notebook.
Oh.
Inside the actual coils of the notebook is a golden pencil,
Who knows?
including the tip. The tip is gold.
Okay.
Does it come with the golden sharpener?
He
as
produces
well?
it. No sharpener. Just this notebook. And he hands it to you. I did some digging in my stores and found this, and it's a pair. You see, it's there's this one, and I have my own one, and messages can be passed between. So anything you write in yours will appear in mine, and anything I write in mine will appear in yours.
Arlo, are you asking me to be pen pals?
Yes. He is slipping into your DMs.
It's more research assistant than anything else. I just need you to document everything that goes on.
Oh,
And I will remind you, you have a contract. And
I
he beams.
This is correct. I will write down anything that happens pertaining to the necklace, and perhaps it would be useful, for us to just keep in contact generally if we have any other queries. I'll happily share what we know if you'll happily.
Yeah, of course. Anytime you write in these notebooks, you'll hear us like you won't hear anything when you write in yours, but I will hear a scratching sound in mine, and vice versa. So if I write to you, you will hear a scratching noise as if quill on parchment. It will just—it's sort of like a way of alerting you that I have left you a message or something to see.
Oh, it's like a ping, like a notification.
Yes, you could say something along the lines of a ping, as you say. Yes, or a ding, like a bell. Yes, it's sort of like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm more than happy. Obviously, I won't be able to write in it all the time. You know, we would
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
and only things that are really pertinent. But I'll happily do this. Thank you very much, Arlo. It's very kind of you to give me
Not a problem.
precious.
Not a problem. And yes, well, hopefully we'll see you soon for a bit of a knees up and a bit of a shindig. Obviously, and please make sure the others dress in appropriate attire for the evening. Yes.
Quite.
But I will make sure the invitation gets to you. Please. And he gestures to the door.
Okay. Yes, I will pocket the notebook and just sort of do a little bow of my head and just walk out. Really glad that conversation is over. Like baffled by that, freaked out by everything else. Just sort of now not with it. Just
Cool. Yeah, you guys shown to the exit of Plain Sail Museum. Shown out onto the lawns where you see these dwarves moving boxes, packing up these wagons. Yeah, bright sunny day outside. Roughly mid-morning.
We should make our way to town then. See what's been happening.
Yeah, I
Suppose
guess
we
see if the
should,
guards know.
Yeah, I suppose we should try and find Thanloth.
Yeah.
Should we go see Ra first? Make
For
sure
what
they got
reason?
back safely. See if they know anything else. We could go straight to Thanlor if that's what you think.
I'm
I sort of
happy
think
to.
maybe download to just. I think the sooner we can get out of here, the better. So I think we should try and settle up what we can.
Well,
Sure.
so Sheila also recommended Thanloth for information gathering. So how about let's go to Thanloth, see if then he's not sending anyone for us, and then we'll go back to the Cod Inn for some dinner. How does that sound, everyone? Or lunch?
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've just had a nice little meal. But apart from this, the porridge this morning, I guess.
Then we get finger foods with Arlo.
Yeah, you got finger foods with Arlo.
Like,
Well, I
Charcuterie
lied. We got fed extravagantly, and that was delicious. So, sure, food is maybe okay.
we can wait for food. We can go do Thanlor first.
Yeah.
Great. Good idea.
Okay.
Kaya, you look terrified. So, you guys are heading back into town to go and try and find Fanlor.
Let's head to his shop.
Yeah, it's
Amazing. In which case, we will end the session there, and we will pick this up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, a few
Hope
weeks.
you guys enjoyed that.
Damn. Yeah.